Let me show you the liftmor study. Oh, I love the liftmor study because it's like what I already believe and it kind of just validates it. But it's this particular article from 2018, high intensity resistance and impact training improves bone mineral density and physical function in postmenopausal women with osteopenia and osteoporosis. The liftmor randomized controlled trial. It basically shows that women are not weak little things, that they can pick up and put down heavier things than what we realize. Basically, women who have osteoporosis and osteopenia, traditionally we are more fearful of those people because we have a perceived high risk of fracture. So the purpose of the liftmor trial was to determine the efficacy and monitor adverse events during high intensity resistance interval training to reduce parameters of risk of fracture. So they basically saying, you know what, really, is it true? And you know what, it wasn't. So it's called a novel study because it's like new, it's a new idea, and I love novel studies. This novel brief high intensity resistance interval training program enhanced the indices of bone strength and functional performance in postmenopausal women with low bone mass. Contrary to current opinion, this was effective and didn't have any adverse effects, and nobody had any more fractures, and they were very supervised, and these were healthy people. So we don't need to be as afraid with postmenopausal women as we once were. And they go on to say that few studies have investigated the effects of heavy lifting and these programs on these women or large multi-joint compound movements on osteoporosis, because remember, women are generally not prioritized. So what did these people do for the study that worked? So it was 8 months of 30-minute, twice weekly, supervised high-intensity resistance. And at first, the first month, the intervention was body weight and low-load exercise, which makes sense because they have to get these people up to speed. And all the participants were able to perform the 4 fundamental exercises within 2 months. The resistance exercises were deadlift, overhead press, back squat, performed for the remainder of the intervention period in 5 sets of 5 repetitions, maintaining an intensity of 80% to 85% of their 1 rep max. So they're like lifting heavy. Participants performed up to 2 sets of deadlifts at 50 to 70% of their 1 rep max to serve as a warm-up as required. Impact loading was applied via jumping chin-ups with drop landing. Participants were instructed to grasp an overhead bar with their shoulders and elbows flexed to 90 degrees and their hands shoulder width apart with an underhand group. This is insanely awesome. Holy crap. The participants then jumped as high as possible while simultaneously pulling themselves as high as possible with their arms. At the peak of the jump, the participant dropped to the floor, focusing on landing as heavily as comfortably possible. Each exercise session was performed in small groups with a maximum of 8 participants per instructor. They're not messing around. Now, in this particular study, I would like to show, though, we know that women are tough, but these were not people that had severe osteoporosis. They had osteoporosis, but they were not severe. Osteopenia and osteoporosis, these were healthy postmenopausal women. And when I was talking about the contraindications for the whole body vibration plate, if you are severe osteoporosis, this is where I still think in my heart, and this is because I've taken care of people and I have seen this, when you are severe osteoporosis, this is when you are at a risk for just standing and then the bone breaking and you fall. And that is what I mean as a contraindication. But I do think that this study is amazing and more people should be talking about it. So thanks for commenting, and it's amazing. I don't know that I recall that last part about the bar. That's awesome.